What is up, you guys? Welcome to another Monday with Spencer here on FTRealM. This week, we're discussing trans individuals in the media. From Caitlyn Jenner to Laverne Cox, Miley Cyrus to Ruby Rose, and Chaz Bono to Aidan Dowling, trans people are becoming much more visible in the media and on the screen, which I think is incredible. Now, it is a lot of pros and cons with this, especially when it comes to people being ignorant and people not understanding, especially since there's only one way that people are viewing trans people because of this small group of people that are actually being displayed in the media. But I think it's a huge step in the trans movement. For one, it does open the door to conversation about gender and seeing gender as a spectrum versus a binary. And as a non-binary individual, this is so important. I am very excited to see a lot more individuals in the media come out as non-binary than anything else, because it opens the door of they/them pronouns. It opens the door of not having to put male or female on my driver's license. It opens the door of gender-neutral bathrooms all around the world, and it's something that I have been dying to see. Now, there are some miscommunications and some mishaps. There are some people that do address trans issues in not the best way, but we do have others that are trying hard to let the world know what it's like to be transgendered, what it's like to experience life as this, and just to let them all know that we're normal human beings. We're just normal human beings. I am very much excited of all the visibility that trans people are getting in the media, and totally looking forward to much more to come. There are the problematic types that tend to play transgender people with cisgender people in roles, and there are also the people that tend to speak on transgender life and viewing it as one specific story as opposed to many different ways of coming out. But I still think it opens the door, and it does allow the conversation to happen, and it so in some ways desensitizes the rest of the world to the trans community. Because I think the world sees the trans community as this alien thing, or as something that people knew at 5, or something that people are very depressed with. And instead, they're seeing a lot of different ways that trans people exist, and how they came to terms with their trans identity, and how it's being displayed. And I think that's very important in this movement. Some of my favorite things to look up on or read up on are non-binary individuals in the media, because I am a non-binary person myself. So when Ruby Rose came out and said that they woke up every morning gender neutral, it really just made me feel super validated, because even though they said that they switch throughout the day because they are gender fluid, it just makes me feel validated that I'm not the only one who wakes up gender neutral. I'm not the only one that experienced times of gender neutrality, and it just makes me feel a lot more like I'm human. When Miley Cyrus got up and said that they did not want to be referred to as male or female or anything, just simply human, it really just made me feel 100% more connected with my identity, because it made me feel like I wasn't just being extra or doing the most or just confused. It made me realize that there are other people out there that feel like me, that are like me, that want to take testosterone but don't want to identify as male, that want to have top surgery but don't want to change their gender marker. People exist like I do in the way that I do, and it's the most validating thing in the world, especially when you're forced to choose between male and female, whether that's clothing or on your identification or bathrooms. This idea that there's only two that exist is really taxing at times, and it's just so rewarding and validating when you see other people say that, hey, that's not the case. So that's my take on trans people in the media. I think it's an amazing thing, and I'm really excited for it to continue. If you have any questions, problems, issues, concerns, qualms, please leave them in the comments below. Again, I'm sorry for this weird lighting and all the shadows. It's just the time of day, and I need to change my light bulb. But it's Monday, it's Spencer. Until next time.